I love songwriting. I've always been involved, well, for over 25 years I've been involved in it. I studied it in Los Angeles and I've been writing forever and have entered lots of competitions myself and been lucky enough to win some prizes. So when Claire decided from Renaissance Music, she said, let's do a songwriting competition. And so Kingston hasn't had one, so we thought, okay, the first annual Kingston Songwriting Competition, let's go. Applause for the honorable mentions and the top 20 songs. For the first 2 or 3 weeks, there was only 3 entries, and we thought, oh no, now what, you know? So, but then after about 5 or 6 weeks, suddenly entries came pouring in. And the last week, I think we got like 150 entries. So it was fantastic. It was a great, great turnout. And tonight was fantastic. So many people came. The talent was amazing and real different. Like there was country and gospel and bluegrass and hard rock and rap. I mean, we had it all. It was really exciting.
We got an incredible variety of music, which I found fascinating, from gospel to rap and everything in between. And it was incredible to listen to. And I think there's good music in any kind of style of music. You know, style is irrelevant to me. I'm looking for a song that moves me in some sort of unique way, has a unique perspective, or says something interesting, stands out from the pack. And I also like the little songwriting touches, you know, a verse that says something and a pre-chorus that sets up the chorus, and then a chorus that has a really strong hook that is instantly memorable. Those things, you know, those are the things that make songs very user-friendly and memorable.
Well, I was from a really small town, and there wasn't a lot of opportunities to play in public, and the whole songwriting thing came into play a little bit later on, I think somewhere in the mid-teen years, and I'm really glad it did. But I would say, I think that it's important that events like this happen so people have a place to get feedback from their material and get some recognition for what they're doing. Because a lot of people are closet songwriters. They write music and then it never sees the light of day, and so this gave an opportunity for people to get their music out there a bit.
It's very important because, I mean, you write by yourself. Sometimes you're not sure if you like it, you don't. You get to hear how it affects people, and I think, you know, affecting people is the most important. So if you can't communicate to them, then, you know, it's good to get their feedback. I think there's good guidelines as far as, you know, song structure and things that you should do, but I think songwriting is something that's great because there's no rules to it, and you just express yourself and do what you feel, and I think that's the best thing about it.
Woo, woo, woo. Let's hear it for them. Okay.
I think the songwriting contest was an excellent, awesome idea. Hats off to Renaissance Music for putting it on. Really big hats off to the judges for getting involved. And also to see the number of young people who put their music out there. They created a category for under 18. And the fact that the grand prize winners were relatively young people. Being able to, I think, inspire young kids and put the confidence in them and in their songwriting skills, and to encourage music in general in Kingston, this was a great, great idea.
Young people, when they're expressing themselves, it's it's like a fragile flower, and it really has to be protected and encouraged, and it has to have an outlet. And a lot of people can't deal with the criticism or whatever. They're easily squashed down, and we're not in that business. We're trying to lift people up and help them as songwriters. And if they didn't win the songwriting competition, it doesn't matter. Their song is still a valid self-expression, and they should just keep doing it.
Lots of great ideas, but we were kind of looking at everything, and this is who we came up with. A song that we love, called Blue by Julia Finnegan. Oh, there you are.
Well, I've always liked music, but when I was 8, I started guitar lessons. So I've always liked singing, but I started getting into it when I was about 8. I feel great, like it's an honor to have that, like the award. And it's just a passion, so I love it. Like, it's great. I love music.
I mean, we all, universally, we have pretty much the same emotions, right? So my sadness that I can convey in a song if I'm sincere about it, you'll feel it. Maybe because you haven't gone through exactly the same thing, but who hasn't gone through sadness? Like even by the time you're 12 years old, there's lots of people that have gone through sad things, right? If you write it from your heart, and some of those songs, they just spill out. It's like you didn't even write them. They just kind of came from somewhere, and you're almost like the medium for it, right? Those kinds of songs are the ones that just that rip your heart out, you know?
Music flows. Every once in a while, just music sort of flows through you. And I guess even actually the title of the song, Pretend You're in Control, it's sort of, you know, maybe as an artist, you're pretending you're in control of your song, and you're the one who's, you know, controlling the writing and the pen moving and the music creation. But are we really in control of that, or is the music just sort of flowing through us? So that was sort of, I don't know, the song title kind of describes the process maybe a little bit.
I like to write about personal things that can relate to everybody and just tell my story of what it's like in my life and being in my town and different things I go through. I like criticism because, I mean, you can't please everybody with your music, and that's the great thing about music. You know, people either love it or they hate it, and it's the passionate part about it. And I think that's good because it makes you want to be better and learn things about yourself that you didn't know before.
It's not about structure and form and all that in a sense. On the other hand, that's a good starting point, you know, but really what you want to do is come from the heart, say something that is meaningful, that is universally appealing, you know, unless you want to just appeal to, like, you know, a really small demographic, and that's okay too. But for songwriting competition purposes, you're more looking for stuff that is universal, you know, that will actually touch people. So all 3 judges, for example, want to be touched. And there was more than 3 judges. We had other people looking through the songs as well, because it's nice to get other people's input. But I'm so pleased it worked out so well. We were really happy. And we had a riot doing it too.
Thank you very much. We hope that there will be lots more entries next year. And thank you, Renaissance, for having this all happen, and the Grizzly Grill. We really appreciate it. Thank you for coming out.
I'll tell you when to go. Go.
You're watching me because you gotta go.